If you are new to Raid Shadow Legends, this video is going to be perfect for you. Even if you have played for a little bit, there's still going to be tips that you're going to need to follow to make sure that you're progressing as best as possible and you're not making any major mistakes. So that's why we've got 10 beginner tips for Raid Shadow Legends. Let's cut. So tip number one is focusing on one champion at a time. Now, what do I mean by this? Spreading your resources too thinly is the easiest way to stagnate your account. We're talking books, XP, etc. If I were to say have 5 champions and they were all legendaries and I had 5 Lego books and I was just putting one in each, it's ruining my account. I'm not actually making any meaningful progression. By focusing one champion at a time, say for instance myself, Tholen, he's going to be my first 6 star. I'm probably going to put all of my first legendary books into Tholen and then move on to the next champion. That is so Tholen is as powerful as possible to carry me through all of the stages in the early game, and it'll exponentially increase the speed at which I can then focus on the next champion. You get me? So yeah, like I said, don't spread your books too thinly. Don't level up a bunch of champions to 5 star. Just take one champion to 6 star, repeat. A 6 star champion is your biggest power spike. You don't want to delay that by getting a bunch of level 50s. The best method is to get 6 stars as soon as possible, one at a time. Unless you're a whale and you've got tons of cash to spend, it doesn't really matter. You can just disregard this completely. Also, I just want to say the first champion that you 6 star should be your campaign farmer. This means on stage 12, 3 brutal, it should be able to solo this along with 3 food champions. So you can then level up more food to then level up more champions. So just make sure that the champion you are 6 starring first. Historically, it's always been your starter. These days, I mean, you still could level up your starter to 60, or you could probably level up one of the linked champions that you get through all the various codes that are available. But yeah, if you're unsure if your champion that you're going to 6 star is good enough to farm brutal campaign or carry you throughout the early stages of the game, then that's going to segue me to my second tip, which is use hellhades.com. I'm not sponsored by Hell Hades whatsoever, but it's the best resource or one of the best resources available to players in general, beginner or not. This is like a wiki for Raid Shadow Legends, and he also has an optimizer which you can download onto your PC, and it will search your account for gear that you can then help you create builds. It's so handy. I can't recommend this enough, bro. I use it every single day. If you get a champion, you can look it up in the optimizer or on the website, see if it's worth investing in, see where it's good, have a look at some reviews. It's super handy. Can't recommend this enough. I'll leave a link down in the description for the Hell Hades website. 10 out of 10. Tip number 3 is speed is king. See these boots? You're going to want speed on them. If your champions are slow, they are not taking turns. And in a turn-paced game, that means they're not doing damage. You do need to put speed on a majority of your champions. There are cases where speed boots might not be the best. Obviously, I'm early game. I don't have speed boots for every single champion. But generally, you want to just put speed boots on every single champion, as speed is king. If you're going fast, you're going a lot, and you're doing damage. That is just number one. Speed boots on everything. When you get later down the track and you've got more advanced builds and you're min-maxing everything, there might be niche cases where you're not using speed boots, but for the most part, and especially for a beginner, look out for the speed boots. They are invaluable. Now, tip number 4, I believe. Let me see. Tip number 4. So this is about shards. Now, this is the gacha system or the gambling system within Raid Shadow Legends. Shards are very enticing. There's an awesome cast of characters in Raid Shadow Legends. They're everywhere. You get to look at them all the time. They're going to pop up in little progressives. It's going to say pull for 10 times, 25 times, etc. Save your shards. The only time you want to pull shards, especially as a new player or a free to play player, is on 2x events. Meaning, currently, right now, with Ancients, I have 2 times chance of epic and legendary champions. This is the only time you should pull shards. Me, I'm not spending my shards right now because I have no need to. Like I said, I'm focusing on one champion at a time. If I pull a like a champion What am I going to do? I can't build it. There's no point in me pulling a champion that I can't build. And I would give that advice to you as well. The best mindset, especially if you're not spending, is to use shards as a currency. There's going to be events that are going to want you to pull shards for points to get guaranteed things. This is always the best use of shards, things like fusions, Titan events, etc. Obviously, you can do whatever you want, but if you are going to pull shards, pull them on a 2x. I promise you, it is your best chances. Don't chase champions on progressives. It's a scam. It is a scam, my brother. It's a scam. Tip number 5. So we've got gems in the top right-hand corner. The best investments you could most likely make, especially as a new player, if you're planning to play a long time, is I would say the gem mine. I'm not upgrading it to level 3 at the moment because I'm going to spend my gems on Tholan's masteries. But effectively, the gem mine will repay you over time, and then everything after that will be profit. Highly recommend getting this one, especially like I said, if you plan to play the game for a long time. Now, like I said, I'm saving gems for my campaign farmer or my first 60s masteries. You don't have to do this. However, I would recommend it. The first champion, you don't want to be farming Minotaur, taking forever because you don't have a team that's worth anything. It's better, I think, to just buy the first set of masteries, which costs 800 gems, and then farming in Minotaur every other champion after that. The other major use for gems is energy. In the gem store, you can buy energy for 40 gems a pop. You can also buy shards. However, I don't recommend this unless it's a completely niche case. Energy is the best thing. Energy is what's going to progress your account. Doesn't matter how many champions you have. You're never going to have enough gear. You're never going to have enough 6 stars, etc. So energy or gem mine, first champion masteries, and energy. And using that energy in events like champion training and stuff is like a way to double dip. So that's what I would recommend. And it's my biggest tip for energy or end gems with beginners, which actually segues me to my 6th beginner tip, which is energy. Look, I'm not saying you have to be a sweat with your energy, but if it is capped, so if my energy is at 103, I am no longer gaining passive energy. At the moment, every 3 minutes, I gain energy passively. So right now, for instance, I'll give you a case example of like energy management. I am under the cap, right? If I was to use this 200 energy that I have in my monthly quest that I'm not using at the moment, I would miss out on 70 free energy because it's under cap. I would be better off, in my opinion, either running this down to 0 and then using the 200, or waiting for it to get just before 103 and then using it and running it back down. Letting it sit at 103 is just wasting energy. Obviously, you don't have to play 24/7, but it's pretty easy to keep your energy under cap, and it's the best way to make sure that you're not stagnating the account. But yeah, I do believe you get about 480 energy passively throughout the day. Obviously, that's if you're playing 24 hours a day. I don't recommend that. But energy is king, bro. It's going to get you 6 stars. It's going to let you farm gear. Don't let that stuff cap. It ain't good. Tip number 7 is going to be joining a clan. So you're going to get these activity chests every day just for doing various things, which is super handy. Sometimes get energy, sometimes gems. You're also going to get clan quests, which you could then use to buy things in the clan shop. So right now we've got an energy thing. I'm going to be buying this because I'm chasing my first 6 star. You've also got champion fragments, which you will eventually buy over time. And you've got the clan boss. Clan boss is king, especially as a major stepping stone for a new player. You're going to get these rewards. You want to work up to nightmare and ultra nightmare. It is endless supply of books, endless supply of shards throughout the month. Right now, I'm just hitting normal. I'm on a fresh account, so nothing to see here. And then the easy chest as well. But we're getting some gear, bit of speed here on a new account. If this rolls speed, it could be worth it. I'll keep that for now. It's nothing amazing, but it could be handy. And garbage. But yeah, clan boss is going to be your first major goal. And just joining a clan in general is just going to be tons of passive resources over time. All right. Tip number 8 is going to be to like and subscribe. No, this is obviously not the tip, but it's going to be the advanced quests. I haven't unlocked them because I'm not level 35 yet, but effectively what it is, it's going to be 10 quests that you get each day, varying from task. Effectively, you'll have a progress bar. I believe it's 275 points or something along the lines of that. And effectively each month, if you complete every single task, you'll get a legendary book and a 5-star chicken, which is awesome for free resources. You don't want to skip the advanced quests, bro. I would be doing these daily. I remember when I first started, I completely ignored these. I regret that. It's just passive resources that you are missing out on if you're not doing it. So advanced quests is a must. They're always pretty easy. You can easily bang them out within probably like 5-10 minutes. All right, tip number 9. Now, this is to do with gear. So as you can see on gloves, chest, and boots, if I go down to this little gear filter, I can click on primary stats and I can filter by HP, attack, and defense. Now, what this is called is a flat stat. Flat stats are bad. If I look at this piece, HP 260, this is an instant sell. This one is an instant sell. This one I might keep, and the reason I might keep it is I am an early account. I am lacking speed. If this rolls double speed, I'll keep it for the meantime. But in general, if it's flat stats, just get rid of it. It's garbage, bro. I just sold that piece. Doesn't matter. Anyway, flat stats are not good. You'll want the percentage stats. So percentage stats are the better stat. Flat stats, generally pretty trash. There's obviously niche cases where you might get like a triple speed roll or something like that. You probably want to hang on to that. But in general, flat stats, not good. Get rid of them. It's just hogging up bank and you could get silver from it. So you might as well sell it. And the last one, this is whether you're free to play, pay to play, does not matter. Arena can't be ignored. The Great Hall right here is passive stats that can't be bought. It takes a lot of time to fill this out, but it is completely worth it. At the top level, you're getting an extra 80 accuracy on every single magic, spirit, force, void, affinity, res, crit damage, defense, attack, HP. It is invaluable, bro. You can't ignore the arena. You should be trying to do it as much as possible. Obviously, you don't have to sit there on refresh, but arena is super impactful on the account. And you want to be getting these medals up. You want to be pushing to gold so you can get the medals and upgrade all of your Great Hall. Eventually, you'll get other area bonuses when you get live arena. It's not something you need to worry about straight away, but the Great Hall, that starts from day 1 and you'll be doing it for probably 2 years, to be honest. It takes ages to max out, but it is so worth it. The stats are insane for your account. You definitely need to do this and I would recommend it. So yeah, make sure you're doing your arena battles every single week. Other than that, that is 10 beginner tips for Raid Shadow Legends in 2026. If you enjoy this content, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting progress videos on this account and probably more tips, breakdowns, news, and things like that. So if you enjoyed, I hope to see you around and peace.